Alright, hello, how are you guys doing today? Good to be back. Like here for Little Regret. Seems like everything's working, I think. So, I won't mince words. I'll just jump right into it. Hope you guys are well on this fine Thursday evening. Thursday where I am at. Could be Friday where you're at. Don't know. Probably pretty early into the morning for some of you guys. I'm just going to get started with single player today. I think that I want to get warmed up and see how I'm feeling. I have a few pivots with how the stream can go. But the plan is to go from single player to finish up the weekly challenges that we have. So finish up those weeklies, and then I will do some time trials on sport mode. And then if that all goes to plan, we'll go into dailies and round out the stream with that. There's also some replay files that I want to kind of look back at, so if we're not feeling up to it, we'll probably look at those, and maybe even have some liveries in the works. But that all depends on how time shakes out. Just chill here for now. But, let's go ahead and collect some rewards. I'd like to start off the stream with something positive. So I still have some money waiting for me from one of the last time trials, which I think I did very hastily. If this is the Jaguar one, then I did it very hastily. And I got gold. Yes, that is the one. So that's good. So now I have to do the Skoda and the one with a new Sony Afeela prototype. Oh lord. I don't know why I'm saying all that. I should be happy. It looks very An car, and I'm not sure how to feel. Sony money is Sony money. Skoda looks like it'll be interesting, if not quirky, to drive. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for that one. As far as daily races, I'm thinking we'll likely do Race B. Race A might not be a bad time. No DR updates, and oh, maybe it will be a bad time. I don't know. Those shifter carts are kind of mean. I like it though. I'm here for it, but I might have to... We might have to see how we're feeling for that one. I think that we can manage Race B, though, with Group 4's at Suzuka. All else fails. That one should be pretty cozy. And I really liked Race C. We did one of each last stream yesterday. And that was a ton of fun, actually. We did really well in the Road Atlanta one. Sort of, I don't want to say on accident, but we kind of lucked into it. And then... Cyrus steered me well on that one, that's all I'll say. Cyrus steered me well for that one, so we did a good job. We had a pretty aggressive but fun Race B. I have the replay for that one, that'll be fun to watch. And, Nations did not go to plan. Nations did not go to plan, though, so that was unfortunate. We were running a solid race, but on lap 1, just took some damage. Didn't realize I was losing several mile an hour on the straightaways for a large amount of time, so I dropped 2 places before the first stop. And then second stop, got out of there, finally had damage cleared. Someone decided to run side by side with me through after International Horseshoe. There's a guy I've raced with a lot in Nations. I don't fault him necessarily, but it was kind of a goofy move to stick it up the inside. But I mean, he had rights to the corner, I had rights to the corner. But it was just one of those things where 2 really does not go into 1. It wasn't going to end well anyway. We sliced it, and I think we both played chicken a little too hard. I blame myself, but I'm still a little bit upset with how that all played out. Because they could have also very easily gotten the draft on me on the straight. But, that's racing sometimes. So, weekly challenge. I think I was looking at the European FR 550 and the Japanese Club and Cup 550. Those are the 2 I've not done. Unfortunately, all the fun ones I've already knocked out, like Group 1... Grand Valley, the EK one make, that one was solid. It was on Suzuka, it was solid. The Jimny Cup on Horse Thief Mile, more fun than I thought it was going to be. I like that one a lot. It's surprisingly like tight and close quarters and really engaging, because you had to work to not be to just push them off the track and win that way. But to fight close quarters with them, that was actually really fun. I hate how you have to kind of go 12th to 1st and do all that magic, because with the amount of cars that are on track, it's just artificial difficulty. You're just doing the same 3 moves 12 times over. And sometimes they're fast enough to make it where it's really, you have to be tactful about it, but that's not all the time. Anyways, I'm getting lost in the weeds here. 550. Let's just go right on the number. This is gonna make us start from the back anyways, I was just saying. M3 sounds fun. M3 sounds like a genuinely good time. Maserati Gran Turismo is also in the running, but I would say that's going to be a little bit more of a tricky drive. Tuscan Speed 6 is probably going to be the choice of the day, unless I can make a case for that M3. Some other fun choices I have in here. I think I have an engine in this DP5, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have an engine. It's tuned up, that's all. But it's right around that number 2. But I think I'm ultimately going to go with the Speed 6 on this one. It just feels right. Sports hard tire should be fine. Let's just get into it. I've wasted enough time waffling about, as I like to say. Let's get right into the racing. Oh, I forgot to turn off stream music. You guys are hearing all that mixed over each other. Apologies there, there's probably a thing going on for a minute. Anyways, I think I might have even still left a gift ticket that I have to open in the garage. Oh well, I'll get to that later. Meanwhile, we're not going to waste any time with any of the intros or anything about the race. It just looks like it's gonna rain. Let's just do it. And there's the rain. Shouldn't be a concern for the tires. Not loving the brake right now, but figure it out. Just gotta stop a little bit earlier. Yeah, I'm just charging into these corners too hot. But that is why we are starting here, so I can kind of burn this off. A lot of it is in my pedal, though. I can tell. I could make a quick adjustment and have this pain all be over. So let me do that. I also think it might be in the pedal calibration. That might be a part of it too. If it feels bad, I'll fix it. But that seems a bit better. A bit easier to keep the kind of pressure that I need to keep in it. Now I've kind of the opposite problem. I think I went a little too far, but that's fine. It's preferable. Get the car stopped in time now. I like to have my brake set sometimes for iRacing and sometimes I like to have it set for GT, and those are two very different feels. I think I went a little too far in the GT direction. And that is unfortunately how slow you need to go through that corner if you are going to take it too wide. We're making headway on the leader, but we are not closing super fast. So we're going to have to kick it into overdrive if we want first. Okay, yeah. If we can keep the gap coming down like this, we should be okay. Let's say I remember the car being a lot more joyful to drive and not feeling so heavy. But that was just because I was not getting good braking from it whatsoever. Now it's a little better. Whew. Still is wanting to get away. It's got a good grip profile, this thing does. You just have to drive it with that much finesse to really get the most from it. It's a little bit of a fingertippy car in the best way, but you can't force it to do anything, though. Not on this tire, at least. Not with these settings. Alright, M4 will be a little harder to get, but we still have him right here. Still having some fun driving it, that's for sure. It is not a car that is immune to fun. First time I kept it inside track limits. Not quite there. But we got her done. And that's one more off the weekly challenge roster. Had to focus there for a moment. That car was a bit trickier to drive than I anticipated. Fun. Very, very fun to get to grips with, but not without a little bit of, not without its work. I feel like that was a clean race, but I get the track limit sort of thing. Might have driven it very differently, though, if I was using the old H pattern shifter, and I suppose that is an option. If the next one calls for it, I might. It's a Japanese 550, I believe. Clubman Cup. I was right. That is very much in the envelope. Is the script calling for it? What kind of tires are you on? Maybe. Maybe. I'm entertaining it. Ha, or I could take my LS7 swap Sylvia. GR Supra is also a fun choice, more often than not. Also have a livery on it, so that's cool too. Not finding anything else that's like killing it though. Civic's close. Fit can be made to be close. GR86 is kind of close. But I want a bit more fun than that, if I'm honest. A Tenza would be fun. But I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go GR Supra on this one. Let's have some fun with the brakes. Second option is going to be that NSX, though. There are a lot of good choices in there. But if I mess this up, NSX, and if I mess the NSX up, it's going to be the Mazda Atenza. That car is a workhorse in disguise. Not really disguised, you can kind of see it coming, but that thing is... It's sturdy. It's just sturdy when it comes to going around the track. Just the way it's set up, I like it. And I've used it for many tuned car competition. You do have to throw a lot of tire at it to make it effective, though. Because I don't have a ton of power in it. I think at most it's like maybe capable of being like Group 4 spec. But to say that that car can hang that well with them is at least some show of where it's at. Particularly with the amount of power it lacks. Like, this stock Supra is still up, I think, probably by 30-ish horsepower in its default kind of tune. I can maybe get it close to 400. I don't know. Me thinks I'm talking out me ass a bit. But race car is never a bad thing. Especially if you can get it like right at the number that you're looking for. I thought I was gonna hit him for a second. This thing's still quite a bit of fun. If you treat it right, it will treat you right. Bit more composed than the Tuscan was. But still, not averse to fun. Just a different kind of fun. It's a bit heavier, it's a bit more planted. It feels more like the government wanting you to have fun. But genuinely wanting you to have fun. You're taken aback by it. It still happens. I'm driving like shit. Probably because I started trying to talk about the feeling rather than actually driving with it. Anyways, this is still salvageable. We're about 17.5 back right now. We still have 2 more laps after this. Not the greatest line through there, but not the worst. As we get a little bit of Supra. As they kind of cut down on us. That's what happens sometimes. No lift through there. The car is at least planted, like I said. It will get the power down. All 380 horses. Yeah, we got it down to 13 seconds in that amount of time, so basically a sector. So if we can keep taking that much out of them, we'll be fine. Just enabling me to drive like shit. But I'll have to shape up for the time trial at least. A lot of brakes there. They're consistently doing a lot of brakes there. That is unsettling. I get it's not a very grippy corner, but like, dang. Yeah, it's another one of those cases where first place just kind of ran away with it. Except they aren't, you know, out of sight. Yeah, that's a weird one. The profile of this corner is so odd. Got a little more right this time. Sort of a double apex. This track in reverse really gets me, because I don't know it all that well. Like, I have some laps on it, and like I know where the track is going. I don't really understand the profile of the corner super well. I guess this is also one I've never really cared much about, and probably haven't driven seriously since like GT Sport. But is what it is. Get passed by GR86 as we have a skill issue. So we'll take it out on him. That was accidental. I saw them early, but I only realized too late that they were going to be coming right down onto my line. Because I have a skill issue, and we try to keep it close. Not bad, or about 5 seconds out. Let's try not to have a skill issue again. Are they gonna brake there? Are they gonna slow down massively for this corner? It looks like they might have. Oh, is that the Avila? It's Ann Carr, everybody. There's a lot of different ways to take that corner, but I think that I might have even done better on the second lap. Oh, it's a Mirai. Or is... No, it's an Avila. Afila, excuse me, with an F. It's not like it's a bad looking car or anything. It feels just like... It feels a bit like, and the gray's not helping, but it feels a bit bland. It feels like it's kind of luxury, but not really. It doesn't really have a shape or a thing going on. It just looks like an future car. And I respect that it has ambitions to be something. I don't know. I don't feel predisposed to it. And I think it being here almost feels like, hey, corporate sponsorship. I guess in a who asked for this kind of way. But let me shut up. Because new cars coming is a good thing. The game is no less than it was without it. So why am I here to hate on a choice? Also, not a clean race, but understandably so. I had a few skill issues. Alright, we got that ticket. We're getting them both done. I think we were over on that last one by a few points, and we were under on this one by a couple points. That's a sad part to me, is that, like, you can have a competitive car, but even if you can drive pretty good, you still have to be, like, right. You have to really be on it because of how they space the cars out. Because they want you to get a podium. They don't necessarily want you to get first, and that's kind of refreshing in how easy some of the events used to be, but, like, now it's just like, that's still artificial difficulty. What do I care? Still was an engaging race in ways, so I guess I can complain about it being too hard, I can complain about it being too easy, or I can just take my money and go. I think I might do that third thing. Anyways, so we have 3 tickets. I think one of them is... No, they're all roulette tickets. Beautiful. So then let's start with this one over here. Not sure why... Oh, weekly rewards, that's why. Alright, I don't know what this is for. But of course, we get the second smallest cash prize. I think that's 30,000. I should not be 10,000. I should have downplaying that. Downplay it a little bit. I almost said it's the smallest. I was like, damn, it's the second smallest. They did offer me 5. Ooh, I could use that FT1 concept. Alright. Whatever amount of money that is. I think that's 30,000. Alright, cool. Thank you. I guess. I'm being a hater today. And then we have a 6-star car ticket. So, let's run it. Spin that wheel. Alright, we have an Enzo, a Jag, BMW Vision, DeLorean, and we get the Enzo. It's always the first one that you see. Not necessarily. No, they will do you dirty a lot of times. They will do you dirty. Yeah, I think the new car I got was the Enzo. Oh, or the Chevelle as well. Does that mean I'm driving fast? Hell no.
Ferrari versus Fjord.
Thank you, text-to-speech, for that miracle that you just burst on chat. Thank you for the sub, Cap. I appreciate you, buddy. Made my week with that. The Chevelle as well. I'm going to hail. What? Is the Enzo not here yet? Should be. Is it? Oh, no, I had one. That's what that means. I already had one. Which means I can tune one. It's actually fun. It's a fun thing to know. So... yes, 1 and 2. I couldn't fucking read for a moment. 23 months. What a friendship. What a time. Hope you're doing well today, buddy. I know that... we're almost at the end of the week. We're almost at the end of the week, man. This one already has... oh, has tires on it. That's what it is. Anyway, dwelling too much on the wrong things. Let's go set some laps. See how we feel. We've been going for 30 minutes. So I think we spend another 30 minutes on this time trial. And then we go ahead and jump into daily races. Unless we prove that the skill issue is very real and cannot be overcome with hope alone. Shit, what was I gonna say? Let's go to VGT, Watkins Glen long course. I've been running that a lot lately. Racing medium tires, sure, why not, buddy? Let's run it. Oh, they had a much cooler color. No, no, go back. Okay, alright, hold on a second. 1071 horsepower, this thing might drive like a pig. Why am I like this? I'm just hating on VGT cars just because I can. I'm hating because I like to drive a very specific type of car. And I get mad when I don't have the opportunity to drive those cars. Because it looks like I'm bad when I'm only average. Oh god, I'm too far in my head. Anyway, this does look like it will be fun to drive, though. Just under 3,000 pounds, 1,000 horsepower. I hope it is better than the Genesis, because the Genesis was kind of annoying to drive. It was kind of annoying to drive. 33.8 is our time to beat. Ooh, it's in drive, and it's automatic, so... great start. He says sarcastically. Okay. I don't not fuck with it, though. Okay, and the brakes are good, and the brakes are good. It's not amazing, but the brakes are good. But they're not like race car spec. They can't keep up with the car. The brakes can't keep up with the car, but the brakes are good. Just because I need more grip. That's what's happening here. I need more grip. Brake at the 600. Okay, that was still enough. That was enough to get the car slowed down in time. They're good brakes, like I said. You can probably go as far as a 500 there. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't not hate it. That was a bad show. Listen to those tires squealing for their lives. That is ridiculous. That's what they want. That's what they want us to get hyped about. You can already be carrying a buck and just hit the gas and get more tire spin. But it's four-wheel drive, so it doesn't even matter. It's still just muscling through it. This is ridiculous. I like this, but I don't love it. It looks coolish. It looks super cool. It looks super cool. I will say that. I was harsh on this thing. It's not. I don't love the driving experience. I'll say that again. But it is cool. Like, I'm way more excited to drive this than the Afila. Okay, 46. That is very far off. We are 10 seconds off the mark of what we need to be hitting. We can take that flat if we're doing it carefully. Maybe not flat. $500 is good. It's a race car, but 1,000 horsepower is just too much for it to do anything with right now, when it's limited to terrestrial tires. I'm faster, but it's still an invalid lap, so not worth too much. I feel like I came in there a little slow. It's hard to gauge, though. Like, my brain is having trouble keeping up. In some of these tighter sections, that is. Like, it's not too hard to eyeball where you need to be braking at, because the braking distances aren't too bad. But it's weird because of the fact that there's also no gearing going on. You don't have any of that sensibility going on. It's hard to gauge the weight of the car because there's also no engine braking that you can induce. But that's understandable. Like, that's life. Yeah, slight lift. Slight lift is all it needed there. All it wanted. You're doing a $190. Topping out. Breaking the 500. Still made it. Little hop. Little bunny hop. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking with some gas. 39's much closer, by the way, so yeah, we can get something done here. Shit. That's the one that gets me. I keep thinking I can brake down there like any other old car, and I cannot. I have to brake a little early. This should be close to the mark that we need to hit, though. We're 3 seconds up, and this is right. No, I think this is wrong. I think this is actually measuring off of that first lap. This is measuring off the first lap that we did that was invalid. I stand corrected. I'd say there's no way I'm that much up on my time. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's those short stretches that I keep messing up on. Like, when you go into the boot, I keep messing that one up. When I'm going into that previous corner, I keep messing that one up. I don't mess it up, but like I keep getting unsighted to braking. But that one, I feel how much speed I'm carrying a little bit better. I don't know. 146. Not amazing, not bad. I can still brake earlier than that. I need to get in my head that I need to brake earlier than that. The car really does shape up when you get off the throttle. It really does shape up. It likes it. It bites, it digs, it plays ball. It's getting downforce. I think I can go even faster in there. And brake early here. It likes long corners, and it gets me a little bit out of sync. thing is a spaceship, honestly. Here we go. Like, it drives great, actually. It drives great, but it's so foreign. Like, I like it, but it's taking me a while to really get used to it. Oh, and the understeer bites again. $36.8. I think that's close to what we need. Oh, I needed a brake earlier there. I need a brake earlier. Let's see what that's worth. With bated breath. Skoda. Skoda, you got my attention. 3.15%. Gosh darn it. So what is the time I need to hit? 36.701. I need a 10th. Come on, Rain Man, give me a 10th. I beg of you. I beg of you, give me a 10th. We can do it. I shouldn't be complaining so much. Like, this is a weird car for me to drive, but I can get a 10th easy. Like, there's way more than a 10th here. So, let's get after it. Come across the line doing 175. Brake a little bit before the 400. Can't gear down here, gotta remember that. Ooh, we get a much nicer line there. Out to the edge of the track here. Bring it back in. I have to lift out a little bit to get the car to grip up the way I want it to. Same deal twice. Doing a $170 already, though. We're enough ahead of our previous best, and we're going to brake just past the 500. Going in there hot. Hot, 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 hot. We're going to carry it through. No bad bounce. It's carrying GT3 speeds through that long right-hander that I don't know the name of. Gotta brake early here. Always catches me slipping. I don't even think I'm gonna get the apex here. It's on the brakes too late. We are doing good. We are looking good, though. And this thing is actually really good at mitigating understeer on power. Like, way better than it really should be. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that it can do it like that. But it can. Like, you get on power and you think it's going to push out, and it doesn't. But that's also because I don't really expect any kind of power like this to grip. And this thing is gripping. It's getting really good drive out of the corners. Oh, you're kidding me! The agony! The pain! I did it, but I have to do it again. And I have to restart because it invalid the next lap. I gained nothing and I lost everything. Poetic. What a poetic twist of fate. Alright, well, we know we can do it. We know that we got more than a 10th in hand. Got this covered. Get it way inside. Oh, yes, baby. Even better than last time. Making a Michelangelo. Faster through there. Better. We are up on every conceivable metric. Let's get poised. Ooh, yes, that was much. That was even faster through there. I broke later, I got it through. Ooh, I think I might have been late on the brakes there. Well, we'll get about stopped in time, and to the apex, and out to the outside. And just let it cook, and just let it do its thing. And we're way up. We're yards up. We're miles up. Breaking the 300 here. And just bring it on in. And bring it on out. And I didn't quite get to the apex there. I'm not going to go wide here. I refuse. Brake early at the 200 and just bring it on in. Give it a nice easy time through there. Shorten up that corner. Get on power on the way out. It's going to take it like a champion. Brake as late as like 220 there. Get on into the apex. Get on out to the outside. Brake early. Get her on in. Didn't quite do that. Still going to be good as gold. Coming across the line. Looks like it'll be a 35 even. 35.8. And that is my time. Thank you for coming to my Tech Talk. Kidding. But yeah, that was a good lap. Happy with that. Car was surprisingly fun to drive. I was not giving it enough of a chance going in. It is, it's nice. It's nice. I like it. So, that one's knocked out of the way. Let's head on over to the Afila prototype 2024 at Lake Maggiore. Let's figure out what this thing can do. Sports hard tires. I don't know what the... I have no clue what the output of this car is. 550 performance points. So, your guess is as good as mine. It is blank HP and blank pounds. And the bundle of fun. I'm not gonna lie, I really think that it's probably gonna weigh at least 3,600. I think that's being way generous, too. Anyway, this thing is taking a while to load. Maybe there's some interesting assets going on in the background. Might drive the same, might be entirely different. It has a drive gear, so that's where they're similar. Woo! Alright, body roll. Let's get to work. This is more manageable. This is more manageable, regular people transportation that can happen to go fast. Gotta get on the brakes, dig, 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 dig. Okay, alright, now I can loosen up a little bit. Ooh, she's heavy. She's a heavy one. I'm amazed this is 540 performance points. It's very pedestrian in how it delivers everything that it has. Like, this car could not feel more boring to drive, even though I can tell it's actually going pretty fast. Like, you can't get it sideways. The power delivery is it's very polite. It's a very polite, like, here's that acceleration you requested, sir. Polite. And, like, great, but it will drive you insane after a while. It's like, where's the punch? Where is any sense of personality? Like, this is, I hate to say, very much living up to the ENG car ideology I predicted upon it unfairly. This feels like I am driving ENG car. I don't know where I am. It's corporate sponsorship. I'm the best Gran Turismo road driver in my Sony Afila prototype. I'm in the best gear because I'm playing the best game with the best car physics to simulate real over-the-road driving in my Sony Afila. Where's the leak, ma'am? What's going on, you guys? Good to see both Mustafa and Trueblood in the chat. I'm just doing some time trials. I definitely am going a bit too slow. Let's see what this lap time is going to be. I'm also just complaining about this car being an car. Like, that was quite the rant you caught me in. My pants were kind of down. But we were ranting about how this car feels like nothing and molasses. It is the Sony Afila prototype. Alright, hold on. Brakes, 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 brakes. Okay. We made it this time. Got a little more spicy the track limits this time. In my Sony Afila prototype. That's what I need. I need to just talk in that monotone every time I drive this car because that's what it promotes. That is the energy I'm receiving. That is what the corporate sponsorship wants me to know. It is a good, safe car for safe driving. And it is luxurious transportation that can get you where you want to go fast and arrive in elegance. The Sony Afila prototype. Oh, I'm never getting sponsored by them. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just I don't like it. Old man yells at clouds. Okay. I lost time through there. I was 7/10 up, and now I'm only 5/10 up. I'm clearly not focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing here, which is going fast. Alright. I'm losing even more time. That was slightly better. Slightly better. It's almost like you can't even hold my attention long enough. And like I get to that straight and I literally like just mentally fall asleep. Faster this time. I was very slow and I acknowledge you guys. Understandable. Somewhat looking away. Ooh, it didn't like that. It didn't like that. Still legal. Alright, let's try and be more careful into one this time. Ooh, that was not more careful. Slightly better. Oh, actually, that was good. That was a solid T1. Oop, oop. I understeered a little too hard. I lost time. I cut in too early, as a matter of fact. That's understandable. Understandable. Thank you. $52 minutes. Okay, we're still on track. We are still on track to do daily races for the second hour of this. I thought for a second that would not be happening, but you know it's not happening. This corner, that's what's not happening. That was terrible. And that was all me. That was all the driver. The car train's a good driver. The Sony Afila prototype. There we go. It's actually a little light into one. That's hard. That's a hard one to judge. I feel like I don't know exactly how much front end I'm going to get in the car when I dip my foot on the brake pedal. Like, it's very vague in that way. It accelerates and slows in an exceptionally pedestrian manner, and I feel like if the car was lighter, it might actually be fun. If the car was lighter, it might actually be fun. Right now, I'm having an time. The car drives almost exactly how I would expect it to, and I have low expectations. See, the Skoda was interesting. I didn't like that it had, you know, one single gear, but it was like really engaging and dynamic to drive. And I cast a bit of a bleak shadow on it, and that one turned out to exceed my expectations. This is not. This is not. Not at all. Like, I had fun figuring out the Skoda. I'm just kind of doing whatever in this. This is flow section. Let me try and focus a little bit here for the braking zone. Slightly better on the brakes there. Got some time back. It's so funny, and like you to really really work this car well to get the most out of it. Like you have to be serious and deliberate, and I respect that. But it's like, ugh. It's really just like it's vague. It's very vague. and I hate that. It's not a bad performer, just incredibly vague. Okay, 219.446. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, that was it. That was it. That was it. Okay. Yes. Lead the shot. There we go. You really have to wait for this car to grip up. You really have to wait for this car to grip up. But when you do, it rewards you immensely. Like that. Summarily. I'm not even driving that much better, but I'm starting to get it. I lifted out one time too many there. Big up. Big up on that sector, but I lifted out one time too many. But we're almost 7/10 up. Let's not mess up the braking. Just after the 100 here. Hard on the anchors. Bring it in, bring it down. Get on power light. Get on power heavy. We did okay. Holding it together. Let's not go too fast here. It's the exit that counts. We're doing okay. Brakes early. Didn't quite get it down there the way I wanted to, but we still got close-ish to the apex. A little late on throttle there, but I think that's fine. Let's open up the taps. Bring it on down. Early on the brakes. Very, very early. This car likes early. That's for darn sure. And then we're about 1.1 up. Let's check the time. Check the rhyme. 217.9, and I'm feeling fine. I was not expecting that. 2.28, I'll take it. Alright, leave it alone. Never again. I had fun, though. Like, it took me a while, it took me a while to get to grips with it. But it was so numb. It communicated no part of what it wanted in that exchange, except earlier. Like it's a regular vehicle showcase on dynamics. It teaches you everything that you will ever need to know about how inertia works in the aspect of a car. If you don't brake early enough, you're not making the corner. If you don't modulate the brake in the right way, but you brake early, or if you don't modulate the brake in the right way, you're not making the corner. If you don't get the steering just subtle enough to really use the grip effectively, you're going to have a problem with the car. It all is just going to happen right in front of you. It's a sad time. It's going to be a sad time. I don't have enough money. I need 15 million. I need 15 million to buy that McLaren that I want. Just now seeing that you can kind of see the back of that frame for that extra frame I put around the wheel cam, which, by the way, I'm guessing is kind of low light, unfortunately. Try and fix that as best I can, but no promises. What I will promise, though, is that we'll get into some daily race shenanigans. I am feeling quite up to it. I think that race... What did I do in terms of qualifying on race C? 17.4. Not bad, not spectacular. There are people who have like 15s and 16s, but mainly 16s that I really need to be ahead of. I don't know. I think we do 2 daily race Bs, watch a couple replays, and we call it a night. I think that's how this plays out in my head. So I'm gonna do the one bottom of the hour. 10 till, and then we will dip out for some replays. The Supra seems to be the hot car. People have done some things to the Cayman. I actually am curious to try the Cayman. I will try the Cayman. I'm a glutton for punishment, after all. But the Cayman should work well, theoretically. Barely an hour in. Does not feel like it. I'm not used to starting this late, as a matter of fact. It has been a while since I've done a stream this late. Kind of like to do them earlier in the day, on days I have off. Few and far between. I also tend to kind of take long when I do my streams. Like, I'll do like a full 2 hours every time. Not to say that's a long time, but, you know. I have too much other crap to juggle, unfortunately. Alright, let's see how we feel about these brakes. I was complaining about these cars being too grippy and too easy to drive yesterday, so let's see if that holds. Though I was in the Supra last time around. Alright, Cayman GT4 Club Sport. How does it feel? Brake at the 50. It feels fine. It feels exactly like what I would expect. In a way that is conducive to me driving it well. Could have been slightly faster there, I think. Gotten on power earlier, the end of the S's. Gotta be careful on this braking zone. This one doesn't feel like you're going all that fast. Degner 1 will trip up your car. Degner 2 you can take faster than you think. These are the mediums. Get on into that apex. Ooh, the car has just the right amount of power to not be a problem getting on power, whereas the Supra very much is a problem getting on power, and I get the appeal. It's a strong car. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, but this feels a bit stronger, at least for my driving style. Try a little bit more generous brake balance and see if that gets us. 211.4 is my personal record, and I'm very confident I can fell that without too much trouble. So I also only had like one lap to prepare here. Messed up there. Also, it sounds like my PS4 is actively trying to go to the stratosphere, so if you hear that, apologies. Yeah, 2:10.9 on a not great lap, so let's keep going on that. This is why we're qualifying. Okay, alright, that was a little bit far. A little far there. And then we'll keep it in third through the rest of the S's. I like this. This car, it fits my expectations. It fits my hands. Okay, alright. Taking it a little bit far still, but that's fine. 6/10 up. Carrying a bit more speed now, mercifully. It's better in every area that I would want. I feel like I can force this around in a way that I could not with the Supra. It fits my hands so well. It fits my hands so well. My chunky, ham-fisted hands. Like, it likes a light touch, but it doesn't need a light touch. I don't know what that means. We're already 1.1 seconds up. Went out wide again. That's a shame. Yeah, there was so much time in that lap alone. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. .210.0, so we'll just keep going, keep digging away. 'Cause there's more time in it still. I was really good in the first sector, though. I will say that. I was really good in the first sector. I used a lot of the track. In ways I didn't potentially mean to. Not that it was a detriment. But I got lucky sometimes. Like there, I was really close to track limits there. I actually did gain a little bit of time just by keeping it tighter to the inside. I can actually brake later there. I should actually brake later there. I've been dealing with all this early braking all day, and I don't have the faith to trust the vehicle to brake when I need it to. You know, I might do a daily A from the back. I might hate myself so much. That much time was gained. 0.5 just through that one turn by being slightly less sloppy. There we go, that's more like it. Oof. That wasn't it. Also really close, but I got up on the curb unintentionally there. Alright, a little later here, remember? Boom. Pretty nice atmosphere, right? Alright. A little faster through there. Could have done slightly better through there, but that's fine. I understand what I was going for. Can't always get it perfect. There we go. That's the gains we're looking for. Slightly deep there, but that's fine. I know how late I can brake now. .208, alright. Shoot, I like that. I like my odds. So Grove Street's got me covered by 2/10, but that's fine. Grove Street's a bit of a sweat these days. If I really want to be like hot shit, then I need to be in the 207s, but I like 208s. Let me go enter the race at least. It's okay. Here's something I need help with. If anyone's still here to assist, I don't know if we can adjust suspension and diffs and all of that. It says here that we can, but when you go to pick a car, it will give you one. There's no option to choose your own car, so you can perform settings. It's just enter qualifying time trial. You don't get that preliminary menu that usually says enter with your own car or rent specified car. This one is specified because it is. So it feels like they arbitrarily took that out, and I hate that. Not hate it, but I mean, you know, it'd be nice if we could still tune the car, especially when you're telling us we can. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take a quick moment. Just a quick, like, 2-3 minute break, just re-up on snacks and handle a couple of things, and then we'll go ahead and get ready for this race coming up here. I'm definitely gonna try and improve my qualifying time. I just need to get a couple of things situated. Back in a moment. Unless I really get him out of the final corner, I don't think I have this one. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me right now. You've got to be kidding me. I did not think that would work. Oh my gosh. Alright, we are back. We are back. Yep, okay, I already got it. So I'm going to have one lap. Is that right? One lap? Yeah, one lap at a time. I can actually wait a couple seconds, grab my gloves, have some intermission almonds, and we'll get into it. Alright. Cool. There we go. That's more like it. So yeah, the only thing we can adjust is brake balance. I might still like this even further out. I don't think I need it further out. I might like it further out. We'll see if it gives me trouble. Okay, okay, I think we get it now. I don't think it's going to be the lap, but... This feels like it even took a while to get the car on. I'm having so much trouble getting spoon too, right? Because I feel like I'm braking too early. And I think that's exactly what's happening. I think I'm braking too early for spoon 2. Because I can get more brake pressure to do more stopping and then pivot off. Yeah, I'm just braking too early ultimately. This is a 4-lap race if I remember correctly. Hopefully I won't have to be as ascendant through the field. Let's have some fun with it. And I had a 211.4 prior to this. Okay, there we go. Let's see what's up. Alright, looks like we're starting P5. So, I'm going to try and open betting in the meantime, but if it doesn't work out, no betting, but try and throw some bets on. Race predictions are open. I will go ahead and close everything up once green flag goes. But, exclamation point bet, followed by your prediction on what will happen, which the options are top 5, win, crash, podium, last place, or top 10. Which top 10 mean too much. But yeah, take your pick, have fun. You have until the green flag drops. I should mention I believe this is only on the Twitch side. I'm not certain. Just get stuck in for the race. Betting's not going to work, so this is the way it is. But starting P5, 4 laps to make some ground up. Hold on to what we got. See what we can do. We don't have to be perfect the whole way around, but we do have to be sensible. I don't know why I thought I had longer in 4th there. Really did. I want no parts of this. I want no parts of this. Oh, they're gonna hit me there for a second. But we're in P3, so just hang on for dear life. Looks like the car behind is in slipstream range. We'll drop him now or we won't. Maybe they made up enough ground to be at the... Oh, no, we got him. We're holding him steady. If we can keep him steady. We'll see. I'm watching the gaps too much and the road not enough. Good first lap. We made it through unscathed, and we're actually reeling in the GT. Sichuan, I should say. Citoyen. And just for the 50. Love to see it. Pepe Le Pew is in first. Okay. That was a moment. Turned in way too early there. That might be a penalty. I was a little wide there. Okay, not sure what the fuck's going on today, but we're still in the race. Still in the race. Just put him right back into slipstream range with that. But it felt so weird. It felt like it... I know exactly what happened, but I'm just embarrassed to admit what happened. Because it like, literally, like, escaped my attention. Like, it wasn't even like a conscious error. It was just like my hand just did a thing. Now this guy's in my draft. Good news is they're not running away with anything up there. Oh, penalty. Nice. For us, I should say. Okay. No more La La Land. Let's get in there. Alright, there we go. Doing an okay job. Not too shabby there, not too shabby. Seen worse. Seen worse beheadings. Definitely a lot better through Deckner, so that's a positive. Right. Hanging in there, hanging in there, hanging in there, hanging in there. Hanging in there a little too much. Just gather it as quick as possible and keep on going. Try to go a touch faster there. Yeah, Porsche is honestly holding up really well. I expect it to be a little worse. I really expect it to be a little worse. I don't know why. It was very much on the boards, and this is very much a pace race. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Sorry for the bad word. Someone hit me with the sound emote. Anyway, just glad to have kept that one gathered up, I guess. First and second kind of weren't already in my race, and that sealed that deal. So let me just stay ahead of third and fourth here. Alright, we just need one more good run through here in the Casio Triangle. So let's hit 130R just right. And then Casio Triangle. Right on the money. And even though I was goofing, I didn't leave him any room to get in, so that's the important part to me. I was goofing. And we really coulda, shoulda, woulda been with the top two there, just in terms of raw pace. Just made too many mistakes in there. Nearly dropped it at Degner. Just nearly dropped the entire thing. All just because I'm driving like a fool. My pants on the ground. Yeah. There was more there for sure. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Can't take time back. You only take it forward. That was way more chaotic than you expected. Like, that start was a mess. Like, I kind of was just like, okay, I'm in third now. But not unfun. Not unfun, so let's get in it for one more. Actually, I think I'm gonna watch on that while I have the time. Or load a I'm gonna load a ghost since we're already loading in. There are no Caymans up there. I'll live. Just try and figure out where I can get faster. Sorry about that. Feels a lot more precise this time around. So far. Just because you're nailing it doesn't always mean that it's a fast lap, though. A boring fast lap that's very on the mark sometimes is a great sign. I think that was good. A little bit of oppo there. I'm not sure how well you can see the wheel camera with the lighting situation going on. My apologies if it's a little bit tough to suss out. Maybe it was too early on the brakes there. It feels good with the brakes back here. Feels like I can more microscopically adjust what's going on back here with the brakes. Okay, I didn't improve much. Only a couple hundo. But we still have one more chance to do it. Let's do it. Went in a little hot. If we get it in time, it will likely not count. It'll be almost 10 seconds deficit. Yep, and that was not it. Everything that was boring and was still really good. And then you do that, and you have a problem. And that's why you have to practice, so you can get those stupid errors out. Yeah, I feel like the easiest way to actually see what's going on with the wheels is to actually look at my gloves. Which is not a good sign. Yeah. Oh well. I improved it. Just not much. I thought it was dramatically different. We're just starting P6 instead of P5. So, same circumstances, just trying not to get caught in all the stuff. I think most of these guys who are ahead of us were ahead of us last time. Also, I do not know if I said it already. It's going to be the last race. We will still stick around, watch a couple replays after this. Not full replays, but just some highlights. Some of the full replays are going to be too long to go through. And then we'll call it a night after that. But thank you guys for sticking around. It's been a pretty fun stream. First conquering all the challenge of the weekly races and driving a bit like crap there. And then getting the time trials done, and now getting these daily races in. I mean, it all has been very lacking in ambition, but very successful in results. So let's keep that up for one more. It's lacking ambition. Let's go ahead and drive the Sony Afeela concept prototype. Excuse me. How could I forget the Sony Afeela prototype? The way it hits the limiter and just it's great. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like this car a lot. Didn't give him an opportunity. Ooh, I thought that was going to be Costco collision. Kept it all gathered up. Ooh, that was close. That was close. That was close. That was close. I flinched. I don't need to be flinching right about now. Do not need to be flinching. We get some silliness going on up to 130R. It's gonna be the move. The move is I have to brake. And two of them go wide. And they want problems. I played it safe enough to not have much contact there. I didn't want it. And they break a little early. Slight concertina there. Kept my head on straight there. Sometimes you gotta trust your instincts to do the right thing. Hanging on to 5th, and we're still very much in the fight. Lock that one down. That was a good body block. That was a great body block. I forced the issue, for sure. Could have been a collision, but that was a great body block. I don't see this ending well. Good on you for making that happen. I can't even be mad at that. That was well executed. I'm going to congratulate that guy because he earned it. This is a chaotic race. Like, a lot of a little, but there's a lot to read into every one of these engagements. I like it. It's also, like, frustrating as hell. I'm just trying to race smart and just honestly use a lot of situations to my advantage. Yes, he got a penalty. Alright, sorry, I was focused for a second. Is it going to be all the way up at past Spoon, though? Oh god, it's a long time. I mean, assured, but a long time. He's going to make problems while he's getting there. Please open a door for me. Open a door for me. Moses! You idiot. You beautiful idiot. Like, I'm not crossing this one because I don't need to. I know better. He is not showing me that he sparkles and does not shine and sparkle with race control. Does not shine and sparkle with race control. Put it that way. I'm not messing with it. I don't want to become a statistic. Especially when I don't have to be. Yeah, well, that is argy-bargy energy. I'm glad to be out of this, honestly. I'm glad that I'm not only out of this, but I've done well to hang on to what I got. Like, I got 2 podiums out of people just doing argy-bargy things. And then Otto almost got taken out by Self. Come at me. Well, that's 2 podiums. I'll take what I can get. I don't know if I said it. I think I already did say it. This will be the last one for the stream. Then we'll go to replays. So yeah, that is gonna be about that. And mercifully, because ooh, that race is giving me the heebie-jeebies for a moment. There's a lot going on in a very small amount of space. And you saw all the shuffling up and down, especially at the end. Like, what was that move? Like, you got the penalty. It's like, I'm gonna win by any means necessary. That was that I don't want to lose DR driving. Oof. And still gained SR is a crazy part. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I do not know. Sorry for the bad one. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave Race A alone. I have no semblance of faith in that whatsoever. We got our money, we got our medals, we're doing good, we're climbing back up to A+ slowly. So I'm happy with that. Anyways, and yeah, and there's no further tickets to redeem, none of that fun stuff. Let's see, let me go to my library. Oh, Nations Cup, my heart, Nations Cup. That one's gonna be a little longer, because that one was... This was a mess of a race, but I still did decent in it, and I was like, okay, whatever. It took everything I had in me to not rerun it. I was sitting there going back and forth for the longest time. This one actually screwed me up. This one made me upset. I was miffed. I was not having it. This Nations one was good. But I think I didn't stream it. I didn't stream the Nations Cup one. That's right. I only got replays for both of these. The timing didn't work out. So yeah. Go ahead and check this out, especially since it was a quick race. Probably time to view another one and then call it a night. As noted, as mentioned. Coming up on that 2-hour mark. I gotta eat. Ooh, I wish I had the kind of bandwidth where I could just like go and do other shit and just keep the stream running. Oof, no, I do not. I do not. I think the only time I ever really had the capability to do that was when I lived alone. And that was 1 year. Okay, I think we started in second here, yeah. So we can go up and down the grid a little bit. There's actually a bunch of built-in time where they're going up and down the grid, so we can go and see what everyone's rocking in terms of liveries. Got a few people in some customs. We saw a lot of Lotus-style liveries. This is the factory Honda. Factory Honda. That one's not factory Honda, actually. It's funny. Or is it? I don't know. Another one of those Lotus ones I was talking about. This one's actually cool. I like that. Yes, there are absolutely some cool ones. I was gonna skip forward a little bit. Yeah, I didn't see all of the race behind. was mainly just carrying on and trying to battle in the ways in which I could manage to do so. I actually really like this camera. I'm going to stay here. It's dynamic. So yeah, and I didn't get a crap ton of practice with this car. It's very interesting. The bi-spline tires are very interesting. I dislike that they have the Michelin sticker, you know, stamped all over them, but I get it. It's their series. Brake just past that 400 there. It's a 6-speed box. You need to be really slow through here, and then you go up through the boot. Just like we were doing in the Skoda earlier, except this car actually can, you know, brake corner. Not to say that thing couldn't. That thing could definitely brake in corner, probably equally as well as this, but it couldn't brake. It didn't. It was hitting much higher speeds. That's what I meant to say. You need to be real careful on power there, just because the car was so immediately receptive to all that. Anyways, I don't think that's going anywhere. Let's look back a little further. You can see that third is kind of broken away from fourth a little bit. It's not far, but it's far enough. And the SPL gets a penalty for track limits at turn 1. Yeah. Something happened there. I'm actually curious to go back and see what it was. Okay, what was this about? Just got loose on the curb. It's one of those. Oh, and he collected someone on the way out. Or I thought he collected someone. Oh, it ghosted him right in time. I also love the way you can see the drive shafts just working there. Tossed out there. I think it was just the curb, but let's see it. Oh, just missed entirely. There's a lot going on there. So he started oversteering before the car made it to the curb. You get some interesting battles for position right up here. And like the track allows for it. This car is super small too, so even though it's not the widest thing in the world, you still have a lot of room to jockey for position in these. Oh, Gets a little ugly there. And yeah, and you can see, like, you can kind of create moves like that if you can position yourself accordingly. Get in your opponent's head. And also Slipstream. Slipstream was not hurting here either. It was definitely giving a little bit of life. SPL goes defensive. Yeah, at this point I'm just trying to hang on because I already know that my race is just get to the penalty line, stay where I am, and I get the position for free. So my goal is just to stay with them, not to try and make any moves. So I'm sure we all have those moments where you kind of run into that person who gets that penalty and then can just start running away from you. And these guys start having a pretty good scrap now. Yeah, that's the other thing is that wall will get you. It's not a killer, but it'll sacrifice just enough time for something like this to happen. And that's exactly what that was all I needed to see to start trying to run away. And they're still going wheel to wheel up through the S's. I think Shumi lifted though. After a certain point, you know, you gotta judge what you got and judge what you don't. Also, what a name. Downhill burrito. Oop, having a little bit of a run here. Fifth. I guess they had stability control on. And counter steering assist. Yeah, nothing going on up here. These guys are still having a brilliant scrap. Let me see that again. So on the battle for fifth, they're going into one. What happens here? Oh, just misses his breaking point. And then takes evasive and loses a ton of time to it. And then watch this right here. Very nearly dropped it. Very nearly dropped it. And that let SPL right back into the clutches. I am stupid. Oh, you guys can't see all the assists that they're using. You can just see ABS, handbrake, and then if they have brake and steer assist, which you will never see anyone having those two. Also, this camera angle is just amazing. You see that there's a lot of short shifting going on too. Sometimes it's just better for what the car wants. But not all the time. Oof, oof. Ooh, it got spicy. They're weaving, they're jockeying, they're working. Ooh, ooh. It's messy, and then got 1 second. Ooh, wow. That was a lot. Spoiler alert, the battle here doesn't go anywhere. It will just maintain for the next several corners. Nothing will happen. Meanwhile, 6th to 9th. And that's just how racing goes sometimes. This is how it goes. Ooh, and they get ugly, and they get nasty. That lag spike might have been from my data not being synchronous to the server for a moment. But yep, that was how they finished. We were able to take the win on that one. Yeah. That is about how that went, though. So, with that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off. But you guys, thank you for being an amazing audience. Thank you for coming and hanging out and all that stuff. Don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow. If things go well... How about this? If things go well, I won't. And if things go terrible, I will. I won't say terrible, but we'll see what happens. I'm actually really interested in getting to do some iRacing. I've been doing some short tests to see if I can actually try an alternative streaming method to get iRacing up, but I've been struggling a bit more or less with that. If I can make it, great. If I can't make it, no worries. But if I have the time to do any streaming at all, and I can't do that, it'll likely be more GT or maybe some F1 or Dirt Rally. Who knows? I have done 2 days of GT in a row. And I am largely a GT streamer, but always nice to mix it up, especially when you're going for multiple days in a row. Anyways, Till next time, guys. Take care, race fair, and I shall. Don't know what that was. I shall be seeing you around. Peace.